Welcome to 7 Tips in 7 Days. This is day 3, Getting Grounded. My name is Candace Whitman, and I am the owner of Wild Moon Counseling. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, today we're going to explore some grounding activities to help you navigate those tough emotional flashbacks. Before we do, I just want to take a quick moment to review what we've talked about so far. In your first video, you learned about trauma and CPTSD. Then we talked about the benefits of pausing and deep breathing. And yesterday, we explored ways to create feelings of safety. Okay, let's dive into getting grounded. Grounding activities are activities that help you to feel safe, secure, and fully connected to the ground beneath you. When operating in survival mode, or even just trying to recover from extended periods of time of being in survival mode, it can be incredibly healing to create a feeling of being grounded and centered. Today, we'll explore some simple grounding activities. Grounding imagery. Imagery can be very powerful. When you think of something being grounded and stable, what comes to mind? For me, the image of tall trees with deep roots is really powerful. Take a moment now to imagine the picture of a tree in your mind. Picture the base of the tree and the roots going deep into the ground. Imagine the stability and the security of those roots holding tightly to the earth, keeping the tree safe and secure. Now imagine that you are that tree. Visualize your legs and your body as the base of the tree, and your head and arms as the branches. Now, in your mind's eye, envision roots growing out of your feet, deep down into the ground. Imagine what it feels like to feel so deeply connected to the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to feel the safety of knowing that the earth is fully supporting you. And with each step you take, your roots ground you deep to the earth, giving you the freedom to move freely while also being secure. And just allow yourself to feel the experience of this image in your mind. This exercise that we just did is a very quick example of guided imagery experiences. Doing longer and more detailed ones can really make a big impact in your feelings of being grounded. Grounding mindfulness. Mindfulness activities can also help you feel grounded. Mindfulness is just like it sounds, the act of being mindful, or just fully aware in the moment. Take a moment to be mindful now of your environment. What do you see around you? Notice the things that you don't usually pay attention to. And what do you hear? What are all the sounds that you typically tune out? And what are you sitting on, laying on, or standing on? Really take a moment to feel the sensation of that experience. What does that feel like? Notice the feeling of being fully supported by whatever is beneath you. In a matter of just a few moments, mindfulness can pull you into the here and now and out of all the swirling happening in your mind. Aromatherapy. This is one of my favorites. Aromatherapy can be very helpful in reducing stress and helping you to feel grounded and centered. When a person breathes in certain pleasant scents, the olfactory system is stimulated. The olfactory system is directly connected to the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that processes emotions and controls heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress, and hormone balance. This is why certain smells are very strongly linked to specific memories. Now, I want to take a moment to caution you about safety related to aromatherapy. A lot of companies will use synthetic chemicals to simulate certain scents. So, when you're choosing scents for aromatherapy, please just be very careful. Even though it'll say pure, it doesn't mean that it's pure essential oil. It could be pure oil that is synthetic. So, before choosing what items you're going to use for aromatherapy, just make sure you do your research so that you are using items that are actually pure and not full of synthetic chemicals that can cause harm. Incense is the burning of dried herbs and a relaxing way to create the feeling of grounding. Incense has been connected with relaxed, calm feelings. It can improve focus and it helps with a meditation practice. White sage is a favorite of mine. Essential oils are also a great way to help create a sense of grounding. doTERRA's Balance, their grounding blend, is my go to. You can rub a bit behind the back of your ears or the back of your neck, or you can place a drop in the palm of your hand, cup your hand over your nose, and take in several deep breaths. You can also create or color mandalas. Coloring mandalas is a great opportunity to slow down and be still in the moment. Mandalas are pieces of artwork, either drawn temporarily in the sand or more permanently on paper. They can have an outer circle with patterns and shapes within the circle, like the one shown below. Creating and coloring mandalas helps you to process emotions on an unconscious level. The circular shape of a mandala represents the whole self, while the parts within the circle represent the parts of self. In creating and coloring mandalas, you are unconsciously creating space for all the different parts of yourself. Creating space for all of your parts is a wonderful healing, grounding activity. It's like showing all of you, you are welcome here. And what a wonderful feeling it is to feel welcome. Take some time today to try one of these grounding activities and just notice how it feels to slow down and feel connected. And be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow's tips on using mindfulness for healing trauma. Then we'll take a deeper look at self care, self attunement, and support systems later in the week. Thanks so much for tuning in to 7 Tips in 7 Days. Again, my name is Candace Whitman, and I'm the owner of Wild Moon Counseling. If you have any questions, you can send me an email at candace@wildmooncounseling.com. Have a great evening and stay tuned for tomorrow's lesson.